Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
Boom, the well pass.
Make sure y'all hitting the like button. We got a few people up in the building.
Yes.
All right, okay. All right. Hey now. I appreciate y'all coming and rock with us this Saturday evening. Y'all could be fucking or something. Welcome to the World Class. I am Noble Miguel Mario Tunica Bay, Moorish America Muslim, consecrated and appointed missionary, Moorish Sons Temple of America. Janella's favorite grandson. That's my Puerto Rican grandmama. Tonight's show is not about me though. Tonight's show is about the lovely Lexie. My other co-host, Savannah, should be in a little late. But yes, this is episode 2 of, I don't think we've named this, but dominant versus submissive / BDSM. What our lovely, the infamous at this point, Lexie Maxwell, aka Sexy Lexie. She's earned the name, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta get stuff together. This is probably gonna be one of the sexiest lives you see today. I'm more likely gonna be a part of the reason. So, gotta make sure we bring you up. What's going on, Lexie?
Oh my
Man, y'all
God. No,
Yeah.
look how good you look. Oh my
Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I look amazing. I'm not even gonna sit there lie to you.
Oh
I
my
don't want to
God,
get out.
you're gonna make
I don't want to
you're
get
gonna
out.
nuts. You're gonna make them nuts. They can't handle that.
Me?
I wasn't ready for
You
it.
talking about?
I'm so speechless.
Listen, I'm not even ready. It's the girls for me. It's like all the girls are up, everything. It's
Oh yeah.
they know. They don't. Yeah, I see what's going on. Listen,
Tell me.
y'all have to do me a favor and put a 1 in the chat if you love Lexie's outfit and opulence that's happening over here. I need y'all to put 1s.
Hi,
I'm about
everyone
to put
in
one
the
on my goddamn
chat.
self.
We're having a good time tonight.
That's a lot of pressure.
Oh, I see you. Jenny, Mamacita, I saw you too. Justo, I saw you there.
Oh yeah, we gotta get the shout outs going. Hold on. Gotta get my mic up. We got my guy KDH in the building. What's up, man? He out Chicago. We have the lovely Lady Navoa.
Yes,
Oh,
Miss
for
Lady
supporting.
Noah. Oops.
From one chat to the next, we have my guy MPI from Couch Gang. Shout out to Couch Gang. You know what we do. And they like swimwear. Got XL Pro in the building. Always, man, supporting everything that Couch Gang do everywhere, man. He like the male Gale. We have the lovely Melanated and Candid Productions. She says, "What's up? Salute to the panel. Salute to you." Got our guy, the Bell 5000, representing Couch Gang.
Oh,
As
you had
always,
great
you've been doing your
questions
thing all
last
week,
week.
bro.
You had great questions last week.
Yeah. Make sure you bring them this week, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little different. The topic is interesting. We have the lovely Jenny Morena. I gotta get my
Jenny,
accent certificate.
muchos besos y bendiciones para ti, chulita linda.
Yep, all of that. I don't know
All
what
of
she
that.
just said,
All of
but
that.
I'm pretty sure it's amazing. Right. Got Down South Yella in the building. Got my man CeeLo Myers in the building. Hey man, we know you special. You know you special when Scam Likely come through.
I know,
Just dust.
right?
They don't even just flat out dust, right? We have Princessa in the building.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not forgetting you left me on. She said, joking, I'm on break. That's what's up. Hey, come through. Yeah, y'all got to make sure y'all hit them ones. We got a few ones in the building. I see you just came in. Thanos Theory.
Hi, Thanos.
He said he be dropping gems, man. He got people picking them gems up. That's what I heard. Don't let it. Hey, man, hey, it's you can see, let me put your comment there. You can see the room, man.
What does that mean?
Hey.
What
We
does
don't
that
gotta
mean?
we don't gotta explain it.
Put you in her pocket.
Jenny said I love the facial adjustment. Very masculine. And enjoying it. What is it? Hermosa figura?
Yeah, that was good, Noble. Yes.
I get away off sometimes.
Yeah,
so
that was pretty good.
We stalling for our lovely co-host that's gonna be here today.
It's a beautiful Saturday night.
Yeah, this is gotta be, man. Y'all make sure I hit the like button, man. It's gonna be the sexiest live you ever seen in your life. It already is. You see what she got going on, man. I'm just here. We have the lovely J. Ali. She got the best name in YouTube.
J. Ali, we love it when you're here. You're hilarious. How are you, beautiful? The girl out here looking like a dom. Uh-oh.
But you know, she got jokes, right? So I don't know if she mean like a girl dom or I don't know.
No, dom is a man. D-O-M is for the man. The woman is dominant. D-O-M-I-N-A. Or D-O-M-M-E. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Gotcha. Definitely. Like and subscribe. I think Jenny in the building. So.
Yeah.
First of all, how was your week? Let's start that.
Let's start it
off right. How was your week?
It was a great start and ending. It was a busy week. So I had a lot of one-on-one time with people. So that's always draining.
Awesome.
Yeah, but then in the next week I get to work from home more. It works out. It's hybrid. My gig is hybrid. I have to do some office hours and then I get to do the rest at home. So it works out.
Oh, that's good. So was that corporate related, the work home part, or that's how it's always been?
No, I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky that in this whole COVID thing, I was able to find, an area of knowledge for me that I could execute. Because, as an actor and all that stuff, I was like in front of people. So the COVID thing just shows a lot of things. And then other than that, I've always worked in restaurants, like a event coordinator. So all my events were canceling. So I was like, I need to put my real estate because I could do that from home. If I set it up right, I don't have to be in an office. I could work remotely. And then when I did it and I traveled more because I could work from wherever I am, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is the way to go. Thanos, you're funny.
This dude got joke for life.
It's just that kind of night. Around here. Everybody go grab your partner. Go grab your favorite pillow. You know what I mean? Go tonight. It's all about all of you.
Facts. Yeah, we definitely gonna get to. We had a few people that wanted to come through. Hope y'all come through.
Hi, Savannah.
Had some things we wanna get through before we if we drop the panel.
Savannah's hilarious.
I know. I'm about to get to her.
It's so funny.
Yes, make sure you subscribe to Melanated and Candid Productions. Sis, I hope you get up here and talk your shit.
Yeah, we want people. We want people to definitely, especially the females, come up. And last week we had a lot of gentlemen, and they were, Dirty Folks is here. Dirty Folks. He likes Terry. Ooh.
It was a sausage fest up here last time. So some of the ladies, I'm not gonna bite.
Today there's been some buns.
Today only bite
buns for the sausages.
Shelly said, only thing hybrid in this house is my dog. She needs a bath. She's thinking don't throw the dog under the bus. Yeah, Savannah said, my fro is still drying. I love fros. I'll be there soon. Can't wait to see you. Definitely can't. I'm telling you.
So funny.
It's gonna be, listen, just us three. Gonna be the sexiest live y'all ever seen in life.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
The mod squad.
I told you.
Nah,
I told you.
The mod squad.
Definitely told you. Yes, man. I had to. I don't know why I waited all summer to get a haircut, but that's what happened. Really don't make too much sense. It's kind of dumb.
Oh,
What?
yeah, looks so
Haircut?
good.
Haircut equals battery. What that mean?
Sounds like something good, no? Like you got a brand new battery pack, like you ready to go?
It's like, you know how you got like a car and it got like a lot of people in it, and then like 6 people get out your car and there's only 2. That's what it feel like. It feels just like that.
It has to feel good as hell, yo. Like a fresh cut like that. Woo, that shit is sexy. I can't handle it. I'm already a mess.
Thank you very much.
I like.
I'm
I
listening.
love it. I love
This is
it.
when I'm most dangerous. I appreciate you.
This is a lethal weapon. You're a lethal weapon right now.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pretty dangerous right now. I need to stand out. I need to be in here doing this. I don't need to be outside.
It's so
Somebody.
official, you know? It's so official.
Yeah,
like your glow up. Come on. You know what I mean?
I don't want to participate in the Plan B market. So I'm gonna stay in the house and talk with you, and you can't get pregnant from over here, or nobody in the chat can get pregnant from over here.
You're attracting something else with this. Forget about it. Especially with this whole, platform we're creating. It's gonna be a problem for all 3 of us. We're gonna be paying the mortgage around here.
We got Mr. Palmer in the building. I gotta get the air horn to my guy.
He's so good. The gentleman is very good. He's so serious about it too. I love it.
My guy, Mr. Palmer's in the building.
On that voting or fucking ridiculousness. That was, outstanding. It was so great to watch. So, yeah.
Definitely. Janelle, or Savannah, can y'all please, my bad. Can y'all please share Mr. Palmer's channel? If you haven't subscribed to Mr. Palmer, definitely subscribe to Mr. Palmer. He bringing the real shit.
Yeah, he really does. Like, wow.
Cutting. A lot of people out here playing games. What she said? I see your little fade. It's not a fade. I've got fades when I was little. I was a regular. So what do they call it in New York? Caesar, whatever in New York.
That's his little. You got a fresh fade, man. That thing is customized. That's customized to you. Whoever cut your hair, you gotta have that person on payroll for life.
Yeah, that's my guy. Listen, my homeboy cut my hair. That's why I wouldn't cut my hair. You know what I'm saying?
He knows what he's doing with your head.
He gets the razor out. He be lining up, moving my head this way, moving it that way. I said, all right, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my brother, like my mom, my mom would, send my brother to the barber, and then my brother would come back, and my mom didn't like the haircut, so my mom would be like, we're gonna try a different barber. And then when my brother would come back with the way that my mom liked the cut, man, my brother got compliments all day long, man. He would be like, my negrito, look how cute. My brother would be like, wanting to go to that barber. And I swear to God, my brother went to that barber from like elementary school all the way through high school. For real. Right. And then when he got to high school, his boys started cutting hair. You know what I mean? Like, so, and he's a childhood friend. Now he cuts his hair, and it's fresh as hell. Like when I see my brother cleaned up like that, I could see my sister-in-law like, damn, yo, you got that shit locked, girl. That's a good looking freaking Dominican.
He's we close. It's my like one of my closest friends. So he been cut my hair since I was 24, I think, maybe 23.
Wow, a long ass time too.
Yeah, I'm 36 now. I'm actually 37 this year. This month. Got Lexie in the build. Lucky in the. I call her Lexie and call you. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Got Lucky in the building.
because we belong together.
Y'all definitely need to do some stuff together. That's it's the opulence for me.
Lucky.
She said I had the same character. Everybody over tonight. At least somebody said about it. That's all. I always get somebody that don't like it. It's people that like my hair. It's people that don't like my hair. I can't. Somebody gonna be mad at me. Definitely subscribe to Lucky. Great stream earlier today, Lucky. And
yeah, really good,
yeah,
Lucky. It was so good. It was so good.
Definitely check out.
Really
Okay, so look. Without further ado, we didn't want to abandon y'all, but we gotta introduce the topic tonight. We have some other stuff we want to show you. And but this is we had Lexie. I mean, I think the punchline that people took last week, like the main thing people took last week was the feedings. I heard about that a lot, even off camera. Yeah, it was a lot. I heard about it like 9 out of 10 times. That's what I heard about. So we're gonna kind of do the other side. So today's topic is centered around femdom submissive alpha males. So I'm gonna let Lexie explain kind of what that is, and we definitely get into the the contract a little later, but it's like the theme of the show. You mentioned you wanted to show the other side, so
I want to show the other side. So there's the femdom space is it has its own levels as well. The way that the submissive baby little girls do. There's a whole layer to the dom side of females in this space. So the female doms, they could be sadists all the way to mommies. They could give that to a submissive male, right? And even in the submissive male space, there's different levels, right? There's like sissy submissives that are like, you make them wear still panties to work. You know what I mean? And they freak out because if they get into an accident and they take off their pants, they're gonna see still panties. So there's those type of submissive sissies, but there's also the submissive alpha, right? Who operates as a dominant in the world, and his wife appears as a submissive, but behind closed doors in their private space, he's her submissive, and no one knows about that. Those type of couples are hard to identify, but they have certain characteristics. But then in the household, she runs things. In the bedroom, she runs things. A lot of times, like this, are men who have a lot of responsibility in real life, or they run big companies in real life. And then when they get home, they want to be dominated, but only in the house and only in the bedroom, not at the level that the sissy submissive wants. You know what I mean? He wants his wife to just do with him what she pleases. And most of the time, that dynamic is hypersexual, because the woman gets to live out so many fantasies with her husband. She can do whatever she wants with him, and it appears like thank you so much, Dalllas D. It appears like in the world, it appears like he's running stuff, and other women are attracted to this man because of his power, because he is a powerful guy. But when he comes home, he wants to surrender that to his wife. Findoms, the financial doms, the ones who dominate men and take their finances or take over their finances. There's that sector as well. Yeah, there's that sector as well. So go ahead. Did you have a question?
No. I was saying these are new terms to me. Go ahead. You got it.
So the femdom, in the dynamic where she is the ultra dominant and then there's a sissy submissive, she will be more of a sadist. She will punish him. It's like in that level, those guys, they like to get trampled on with heels. They like to be punished a lot. But then when you take it to the femdom submissive alpha, it's really beautiful because the woman has the power to create the experience that she wants for her husband, and he's down for it. You know what I mean? Like she could go. I mean, if she like something that's sometimes fun that I've done, and it's like one of the playful things like that sometimes is good for couples is like going to letting your lady go to a bar and then you meet her there an hour later after some men have hit on her, and then you sit and you just flirt with her too, like the other guys, and then all of a sudden you get up and you go around and you just kiss her, and all the freaking people are like, "What the hell is going on?" And it's very playful. So I like that kind of play, but I've also seen it where like the guy's sitting there and this hot chick walks in, and he doesn't look like the kind of guy that chick, but that's his domina. You know what I mean? And other guys are hitting on his domina, and then all of a sudden she gets up and she goes to this guy that everybody's like, oh my God, and she'll like kiss him or something like that. So that's the power dynamic that a femme dom, because she's also feminine. She's freaking dressed to the nine, because these kind of guys,
Right.
submissive alphas, a lot of submissive alphas, their wives or girlfriends look like the fantasy that they want in order for them to be submissive to her. So, they like the glam, they like the look is very important to them. They enjoy her being looked at and being admired for beauty and her sexual prowess, because she belongs to him. And then when they go home, she dominates him. She does all this stuff to him. And he's just like, he's the one that she wants.
This is interesting. We do have a question.
Okay.
So Mr. Palmer asks, because it's my guy, he says, "What dude is that?" I think you kind of answered it, and he also asks, I think he was asking, "What dude is that? What type of dude is that? What type of dude is gonna
a submissive alpha?"
bring us? Yeah.
Like submissive alphas are usually gentlemen that are in a position of power. Like they deal with a lot of responsibility. So a lot of people in politics are into being submissive alphas, because some submissive alphas also like to be used in a certain manner. I don't know if I can say the word here, but so they appear in life very dominant, and they have very positions of power. They're doctors, they're lawyers, surgeons, judges. These men are the men that you hear about, and you find them with they like to be trampled on. So that's the type of stuff that these men like behind closed doors. It has nothing to do with sex or intercourse, often, or plenty of times. And a lot of them are the ones that you hear when you hear freaky stuff.
Right.
That you hear like, oh my God, this judge got caught with something, around his neck or in leather or something, because he likes to be a submissive alpha.
It's nice to kind of get.
I like Lauren. Yeah. So those are those type of guys that when you hear like, what, that guy, he was with wearing a collar, and you're like, yeah, believe it or not, that guy. And they are submissive alphas.
So I heard you say, well, help me understand why a guy would be involved in that. Is one, you said it twice, that they have a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility.
I guess it's like
to after dealing with the world, right? They're very high earners. So after dealing with the world, right? After dealing with everything, they come home and they don't want to decide where we're going to make reservations. They don't want to decide what we're doing for the vacation. They just want to pay for it. You take care of that. When it comes to the bedroom, he's willing to do whatever she's into. Like that's the way he gets off. He doesn't also want to come and have to set the romance. If she wants romance, he's like, go buy all the tools, set it up, and I just show up. And she enjoys dominating in the bedroom. You know, that's how she identifies. She's not going to be a submissive in the bedroom.
So she,
Yeah,
okay.
feminine domina. Femdom is for feminine domina. You could have a very butch type domina. Those type of women that are like not the ideal in shape or look usually have low level submissives. A low level submissive can only get what he can get. That's just how it works. Like, they're not gonna get the fantasy female to be their submissive or dominant. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to get. I mean, imagine like you have a fantasy as a little boy all your life to be dominated by a woman, and she has boobs and ass, and she wears heels, and she has long legs, and she has this hair, whatever. And then you out there, you meet a woman who looks like that, and you're like, dude, if this woman would dominate me, I would be the happiest man in the world, and I'll teach her what that means. It doesn't mean that in public she disrespects him. You know, she in public she
Right.
looks, she's just like the most beautiful wife, and he is the most thoughtful husband. But when it comes home, he's like, babe, get into the outfit and take over. And you're seeing your freaking woman wearing this beautiful lingerie, just filling all those blanks in your fantasy, man. That's hot as hell. And, you know, that's super. I think it's super hot because I've seen it live when people are into each other. And it's like, you know, sometimes you want to videotape it. That shit looks so good. You're like, damn, we're killing it over here.
Look at that. It was just hilarious. He says a lot of low-level doms in this place.
Yeah, a lot of wannabes, Thanos. A lot of wannabes. We call them wannabes. Yeah, very low level. You know, they're wannabes. They don't even know what the hell it means. They can't even pay their own rent, let alone build enough trust in a woman for her to let him tie her up and utilize her to his pleasure. No.
So they had
a made man to be able to play in this part.
We kind of showed that.
This is the big leagues.
We showed that last week, and we can show it again today. But KDH want to know what percentile of those men exist. So you can limit it to just the community that you know about. You don't gotta answer for the world.
Well, I got you. Thank you so much.
That you just explained that was like
that were alpha submissives. I have.
Yeah, the type of men you was explaining.
I have I know a few of those. And they identify. They're very like they're very discreet. So it's hard to see it because they're never going to do something submissive in public. Other than, you know, they're going to pull his wife's chair, he's going to open the door. Those are gentlemanly things to do. Like most of the times, the alpha submissive husband is like what all that femdom's friends call the perfect husband. Like, your husband is the perfect husband. How did you end up with the perfect husband? But they don't understand that he's submissive to her. You know, he's submissive. He thinks the way I think about pleasing his woman. You know what I mean? Like, he thinks of it to that level. So he's like, but he has to do it in certain dynamics where it looks like normal human interaction. And then there's other levels in the privacy of their own home, or if they go to the clubs, you know, but they'll be like, wow, you're the perfect girlfriend. You're so attentive, because I'm his submissive. Like, I live to please my man. So the submissive, you know, and I'm somewhat of a submissive alpha female in essence because of the work that I do. But even in public, I cater. You know, I still know my role. I'm not going to take it to an extreme unless my master tells me to. But there are people who are very dominant in the world. They have a big responsibility in the world. And then when they come home, they want to be submissive. When I come home, I want to be ultra feminine. I don't want to be the person that I had to be out in the street. I want to just forget about that person. I want to put on my Yes Daddy pajamas. I want to put my cute socks. I want to, you know, pin my hair, put my perfume and walk around the house and be patted in the booty and told, you know, that I'm a bad girl. And there's men who want that too. When they come home, they just want to please their lady. They just, you know, they're into that.
Hey,
You know.
facts. I completely understand that, and that's what I've been saying. It seems like there's a lot of misunderstanding out here in this society where you got people pretending to be roles that they're not. And what you're
Right.
saying is that people will play those roles in public, but then when you get in private, you be your real self.
Right. In this
Which is
world,
why
in
I
the
think this is a dope show
BDSM,
to have.
in the BDSM world, that's a fundamental. That's the fun part of getting home. Is like, you know, like for me, like when my man sits in his chair and I can hear the leather cracking, it gets me excited. Like, we're home now, we're relaxed.
Right.
He might ask me to go put on an outfit or take a bubble bath, and I'm just like preparing for him. And it's a beautiful space to be in because you don't have to be ashamed. You know, you get to live out your wildest fantasies, you know, with boundaries. And you don't have to be fake. You know, you don't have to be fake with the person that you have a commitment with. You don't have to be like all these basic conventional vanilla couples out here, you know, just destroying homes, destroying, you know, the value of unity and building a family, you know, because they don't know the dynamic of their household and how it should be run. They just, you know, the woman wants to
Right.
be the dominant and the guy wants to be the dominant and no one backs down, you know, or the guy's the submissive, he's a wimp. And she's, you know, she's doesn't want that guy, but that's what she went for. So now she looks like an animal with clothes on because she's going at this man, you know, and he's not made for
Right.
what you want. He's not made for what you
Facts.
want. He's made for something else, but not for what you want. He's not gonna step up. He's a sub, you know. And some submissive males want to be domestic servants. They just want to stay home and be a husband or be a wife. Those are submissive males that want to be wives. And in the house, you have them wearing wife clothes for real. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
What
Yeah,
happened?
they want to be wives. So they cook, they clean, they do everything in the house. And the woman is out there earning the money. And yeah, and a lot of times those couples, I'll say this, they're beards for each other. You know what that is? Like like
Uh-uh.
the guy is really alphabet soup and she's also alphabet soup. So they play husband and wife in each other's lives for their family or for work, you know, for a business type of thing or something like that. Yeah, because imagine a man, and most men who play wives, they also tend to have like high profile jobs, you know, and they do work outside the house. But when they get home, the wife sits and they do everything, and they, you know, they wear an apron and they'll change their name to a woman, and sometimes, yeah, you know, but usually those dynamics are situations where they're playing the beard for each other. Yeah,
Beard, Beard.
like your beard, like a cover, like
Okay. Yeah, it's the lingo for me. It's
yeah.
just learning the language and just hearing words for stuff I've seen because um the BDSM world, I'm not like in that world, but I've met girls in that world a lot actually, to be honest. Leather, the whip, and all that other stuff. But the head of relationship is intense, um, and it's helping me help me find a way to help other people because what I think that's powerful about what you said is that, you know, a lot of these people again pretend to be people that they're not on the inside. But
Mhm.
we all have to be somebody that we're not once in a while. I got to be a peacemaker every once in a while. I'm not that, you know. So it happens. You know what I'm saying? and they pretend to be the tough alpha guy. So I was kind of thrown off. I think a lot of dudes, when they heard, they was thrown off looking at a submissive alpha male. It's like, you're alpha male, you're not supposed to be submissive. But in the corporate world or in the business world or the aesthetic public world, you alpha. But in private, she's using a strap on you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to put on the dress, you smack on your ass, you got to wear your apron. And it's something these guys want. It's not like not all the time that they've been. What you're saying is, it's something that they want. It's not like they've been coaxed into it.
Yeah, they want that. That's their fantasy. They want that. So and so there's that dynamic, and like in that space, a lot of times, like I said, they're beards for each other. I know, you see that fresh cut, Tommy B?
Yeah, man, somebody do it in danger. He said, "What the fuck I walk into?"
Oh,
Hey, man.
The dungeon.
It's an adult conversation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, "Keep your veins cold." Yeah, definitely subscribe to Tommy B. If you haven't. We dropped the link a little bit, waiting for Savannah, but she's waiting for her head to drop. But not actually waiting. We have again. I think this conversation with dominant and submissive and not relationship needs to be explained, because one of the things that I just stay at where you at. A lot of these dudes are what you call vanilla, and a lot of these dudes, based off their mom, like a lot of this dominant submissive stuff starts with your mom.
Oh yeah.
A lot of you dudes have had your mom dominate you, have your mom insist that you let other women dominate you.
Yeah.
And the brothers in the chat, it may be weird, but it's not weird to me. Like, it may sound crazy, but it's not crazy to me at all, because I've watched this my entire life. Most males are submissive to women. And when you have this, and we're gonna have a conversation tomorrow with Natasha Vincent. Savannah's gonna have a conversation with Natasha Vincent. I'll be there too, about polygamy versus monogamy. I'll say this. I'm not even gonna wait till tomorrow. A lot of you dudes that are in a monogamous relationship, you are the submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And you have this habit, and you practice this habit, and you really be doing this day in, day out. And like, it sounds crazy, but a lot of you guys are this title right here. A lot of you guys are submissive alpha males.
They're low key. No. The guys who go for monogamy are not even submissive alphas. They're wives. They are wives. They're not even up in that stratosphere.
Hold on, we gotta
bang.
It got
bang.
Bang bangs ready when Lexie talking. Quit talking shit.
If you are monogamous, because that's not natural, right? That's not natural to the man. So if that's the agreement he makes,
I don't know.
And then he's a wife. He is a wife. That woman right there took his manhood. When I tell a man to wear silk panties, I'm taking his manhood. If I tell him to wear a little bra under his suit and go to work with a little bra set that's pink and satin, and he does it, that's a sissy, right? So if a woman is taking away from you your natural tendency, she's not even willing to listen to boundaries or compromise with you. That's not even an option. It's what's expected, that you will torture yourself for the rest of your life because I'm the prize. I'm the prize. And you're supposed to do that. Get out of here.
Bang.
Yeah. No, because you tell your wife.
That's embarrassing.
Terrible, because what happens is, when those guys go on vacation with their guy friends, they look so boring. They don't even want to go to the strip club. It's like, dude, it's just a strip club. Oh, you know, my girl, you know. Damn, you can't even go to a damn strip club? You can't. You're on a man's trip. You cannot go to a strip club. You can't do nothing. And then she's telling you, you better call me by 10 p.m. You better call me by 10 p.m. And he's there, guys, I got to call my girl. You know, and it's like, and then he wants to come back to the table and be like, I'm alpha? Are you kidding me?
Listen, this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. It's not a shot. I've talked about epigenetics on this channel. I've told you guys to go get the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Well, you are practicing this shit since you was a little kid to be submissive to females. And y'all that's in a monogamous relationship that wanted to work, what I'm not saying is make her be in polygamous relationship. What I'm saying to you is realize who's the dominant and who's the submissive in this situation. And got a good 99 times out of 100, you're the submissive as a male, more than likely. And your relationship is going to fail. Or is going to succeed and you're going to be a loser. That's kind of how that's going to work.
Well,
because you're going to be a loser because you're going to have to, hold on one second. Okay. You're going to be a loser because you're going to have to eventually leave that household with her dominating you, and you're going to have to come deal with me. And I'm going to dog walk your stupid ass to oblivion. You can't compete with a dude like me. Not practicing submitting to a female. I answer to nobody. Do whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do it, the fucking way I want to do it. Or you got to answer to a chick you could throw out the window. And I'm saying it to you like this because when war comes, I got to be able to give an order and trust that you going to follow through and not betray me because some chick own and control you. And then for your own self, your relationship that you have with her, I promise you, nigga, she don't respect you because you bigger, stronger, and faster than her. Why the fuck are you listening to her? They don't respect that. You've just been convinced. I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I've seen this in the hood. The little stupid shit that y'all have with each other, it's not real. She'll tell you whatever she want to tell you, like whatever's going on in the movies, and I tell her what the fuck it's going to be. She's going to do what I tell her to do. That's how that works. He dictates to you. I'll tell her what it's going to be. You on my plan, you don't. I give her 4 or 5 seconds to decide while she dominates your life for years. That shit's fake. She only has an option because you give it to her. So you can think this is weird, but it's not. It's most niggas. It's fucking submissive alpha males because most of y'all submit to other men. And some of y'all do it sexually. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas need to toughen up.
You know, and a lot of these type of guys that are like monogamous, right? They're the ones that fall in love with strippers. You know what I mean? Like, or they go on vacation and they fell in love with the cocktail waitress because they're not used to dealing with women. So when a woman looks at them a certain way, they thinking it's like, oh my God. And their friends are like, bro, it's like, what? Like, you're not conditioned for this? You know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, I'm trying to respect my wife. I'm trying to respect my wife. And then, you know, he starts getting emotional attachment because behind the scenes, he's texting or emailing. Right. And then he goes and he's like, sees the girl and he's falling in love with her. He's, you know, and then he's so, it's not his reality. So he's so messy about it. You know what I mean? He's so messy about it. You know, because he doesn't know how to move in that space. You know, he's like doing something that first of all, he's not supposed to. So now he's got that over his head, you know, and they fall in love with the mistress. You know, they fall in love with the mistress for all the wrong reasons. Hi, Brittany.
What's up, Brittany?
So yeah, those type monogamy has to be something that needs to be negotiated. You know, if you're into a guy, your purpose is to please him. And then if the stuff that he requires doesn't work for you, then you ask to be released. That's the word we use in BDSM. You ask to be released. And then the contract is null and void and you're released. And that's it. You know, and you just ask for that. And that happens.
That's crazy.
And during the courtship, when you're building your contract and you're getting to know each other and your dom is showing you that you can trust them and you can know that he's going to be there and you're going to have a safe environment and all these things. You're learning also his kinks. You're not playing yet. You might have little play, like little maybe movie night, and try to see if the physical thing is there, but he's not going to have you naked. Like only when he does the inspection, he inspects your body. But to use your body for his pleasure, he's not going to do that until you sign the contract. That's not going to happen. It's too much of a liability. It's too much of a liability for him to engage her that way, and then there's no signed agreement, and then that's not fair. So the contract is extremely important, and usually you take about 21 days to build out the contract, and then like week 4, you start maybe having little training sessions to see if the play space is comfortable as well. And then if that works out, then, you come up with a schedule for training, and then the next 30 days becomes about training. And then by the 3rd month, you're solidifying a lot of things in your contract. You're solidifying a lot of things in your contract. And that's also like a person could sign a contract in a day if they want. It's not, there's no there's no rule for that. I just know that a lot of masters do a lot of waiting because it's a psychological thing for the submissive, for him to live in her mind during that time is an important part of it. So he has to hold back the things that she wants. So that's why in that dynamic, it's part of the play, because you're dealing with a little. So she's going to be shy, and she's going to take time to be comfortable naked around you and all that, kind of cutie stuff. Right. But, you're going to break her in and make her understand it's okay. You can trust me. I do want you to dance like that in the house. I do want you to dress like that in the house. I want you to be comfortable. And, and so he's building her up to make sure so he'll take his time. He's not pressed for sex. Master, he already has somebody for that, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? While he's training me, he's got other submissives that are not going to live with him, who are not his littles, that he just uses. And they're called cum buckets. They're called cum buckets. So he'll go spend some time with a cum bucket.
Bang, 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 bang.
They call that? Was that this?
Cum bucket. Because there's other masters who have submissive females that are total sluts. So if my master needs a slut, he'll call another master and ask if he could use his little slut for his pleasure. And then the other master say yes, as long as you wear a condom or whatever. And then my master says to me one night he's gonna go have drinks with Master Steve, and I don't know it because it's none of my business. But when he has drinks with Master Steve, he's also gonna fuck the shit out of his slave Kristen, and then come home and keep training me. So masters get to do that. Amen. They get to do that. They get to do the really, really, really hardcore things that some of these porn videos have. There's women for that too. And those women love it. They consent to it. That's what they want. That's what they live for. I've seen it live. I can't even believe it. I've gone to Tokyo and saw this lifestyle. I've been to Germany, and Tokyo is the #1 place in the whole world for the BDSM lifestyle. Yeah, you see things there that you see things that you can't even believe.
So we established that masters are patient, right? They take their time.
Yeah.
They do it the safe way. They don't take the risk. We've also learned about, you said this even last episode, the aspect of release. So where it's minimal BS when you break up, which in this space, shout out to Palmer, shout out to Couch Gang, Red Pill, Black Manosphere, whatever. That's kind of what we talk about, right? You have these chicks that don't want to let you go. She got to break your car window. She got to beat up your girlfriend. She got to keep the children away and all this different shit. But if you got a contract, which is something that I want you guys to consider because we're about to bring up the contract in a second. I'm pretty sure you want to look at it, right?
Yeah, I want them to see it. I want them to get this contract is like one contract that my first master, the one that when I was 25 from Baltimore, this is the one that he presented to me. And then this is the baseline. And then to this contract we have addendums. He has an addendum and I have an addendum. We both agreed. We both signed the addendums and it's attached to this contract. So the cool part, if you want to go down to where the master's responsibilities are, it's like Roman numeral number 2, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I went right by. I went right by pretty fast, didn't I? Okay. Let me see. How can I get a better
master right there? Okay, go down. Keep going down a little bit.
Well, it's right here.
Yeah, I'm trying to go. Yeah, but it's even more. There's I don't know if it's above. Let me look for it on my phone. Hold on.
I forgot how do you put this. There we go. That's much better.
Okay,
that's what we have there.
All right, so I mean like okay, so it's actually like Roman numeral number, I think that's number 4A. So go down. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Right here? Right, yeah. That's the master's. That's what the master guarantees the slave. A master agrees and fully accepts the slave as his property to own, control, and dominate for his own personal pleasure and fulfillment. The master will provide the slave with all necessary training and guidance in how to properly serve the master. The master may maintain a stable environment in which both may grow mentally and spiritually. The master may discipline the slave as necessary to ensure the slave continuously understands his or her role with the master and discourage mischievous and unacceptable behavior. When disciplining or sessioning, the master will ensure the slave is not permanently marked or injured to the point of needing medical attention, and that the discipline or session and the instruments used are proper and safe. In case of illness, the master will care for his slave, seeing to his or her health safely, encouraging, and when necessary, ordering medical attention when such cases warrant it. The master shall see to his own health and seek medical attention when necessary in order to maintain a risk-free environment. Should a master loan his slave to another dominant person, he will ensure that the dominant person is fully aware of all limitations and provided with a copy of this document and required to agree to the terms set within. Let me see, sorry. Set within, okay. The master shall not at any time require, request, allow, or demand the slave to participate, whether at the hands of the master or the hands of another, in scat play, water sports, sexual contact with children, sex with animals, bestiality, any electric play that involves the direct contact of house current, AC voltage, or power produced by automobile, marine, or the like. Batteries in direct contact with the body, asphyxiation play, fire play, any unsafe sexual acts, and or blood letting, cutting, and the likes.
Right.
The master shall make the slave health a priority over all things and all times. The master may session the slave at will, may conduct sessions in any place that he deems suitable for such a session. The master may bind the slave at will and for extended periods of time, keeping health and safety at the forefront in bondage, and use the slave as he deems fit for his personal pleasure. The master may use the slave's body sexually in any manner he deems fit and pleasurable to him. The master may flog, spank, whip, and torture the slave as he sees fit for his own personal pleasure and may do so at his leisure. The master will ensure all tools, toys, and equipment are maintained in a clean, hygienic, and safe state at all times. The master will not perform or allow to be performed any action which could cause serious injury or loss of slave's life. So those are the things that the master takes to everyone. We could put this in the chatter. I don't know if we could share so people could see more extensively. I don't want to bore them with my reading, but that's the basic type of contract, and from there you could build that out. Below that it was stating what the slave is responsible for. But as you can see, being a master is like being a father, right? The way that you protect your children and the way you guide your children and the things you want your children to participate or not is the same thing you do with your submissive. You create her world. You create her world and her bubble, and that's the only place she's allowed to participate in.
So what's interesting to me is that there's this whole culture where there are contracts. there are contracts where submission is just almost assumed, whereas in this space, niggas is asking for it every day. I was watching a show earlier, and I think it was Security Boss, and they were talking about some of the talking point. Actually, I think it was Scam Likely was mentioning the YouTube talking points about submission and being a problem, and guys mentioned that you shouldn't ask for submission or people are tired of it, but I'm kind of I'm not with either one of them. In my life, I've never had to ask for it. I've just seen it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I've just gotten it, actually. I actually had to try. She knows what I want. She does it. If she don't do it, I'll get somebody else to do it. I don't, that's my mindset.
Right.
You don't have to do it. I'm not going to stay around.
Right.
But it's interesting that in this space, we complain and whine about it so much. I'll just say we. But the culture you're talking about is assumed. There's contracts. So the manosphere can learn a lot about. There's a lot to learn here. It's a lot of things that dude's not going to like, but it's a lot that you guys need to understand. But like I said, I've been in this. I've had these conversations, and the whole shit is way better. Like even my ex, like semi-ex, had a good conversation the other day because we've always had this type of relationship. You know what it is from the door. We had a lot of conversations.
And
so like it's
the most beautiful thing a man could do for a woman is to let her know what it is. Oh my God, yeah. Like the freedom of that woman to operate in life, knowing what it is, that there's no doubt, there's not going to be any surprises. It's a predictable life. You know what to expect from me every day, and I know what to expect from you every day. We have order in this home. You know what I mean? And she walks to earth with that confidence amongst other women who don't have that. They don't have that privilege. They don't have that privilege of walking the earth with no doubt and just being cute and feminine and doing those type of things. Completely 1,000%. You know what I mean? And amongst their girlfriends, they can't even relate to some of the conversations because she doesn't have those kind of problems. She's just there because she loves her girls. And they'll be like, how are things with you and Kevin? And you're like, fantastic. We're great. We're going away to Madrid next month. So we're just planning on that. And then you have to be careful how much you share because their faces are like, oh, this fucking bitch and her fucking fantastic fucking life. And it's like, you girls don't want to learn. Like, you want a certain type of man, but that kind of man, you have to first of all have access to this type of man. And then you have to understand the code of conduct that he wants. And it's nothing like what some of these women think. You're never going to make a freaking millionaire monogamous. You're never going to make a man who's making money, 100,000 plus a year. You're not going to you don't have any right to tell him what the hell to do. Are you kidding me? Let him do whatever the hell he wants. Just let him know what you're okay with and what you're not. And then enjoy life and trust that the contract is going to work. But don't try to turn him into something that you want him to be and then expect the best out of him. Just because why? Oh, because I'm the prize. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
I kind of want to bring up something, but it should be, held for another show because I want to kind of stay on topic. But what would you? I mean, you kind of just said it anyway. But what would you say to a woman like that? I mean, I heard somebody ask you this question before, but what would you say to a woman like that?
Like
Especially
what?
when you got what's on the bottom of the screen, femdom, submissive. You have men like this. Like, why would, if you got men like that, why do you find a dude that's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say to a woman like that?
I'm trying to understand your question. Repeat it to me one more time, please.
So if you had a young lady that was trying to find a millionaire or somebody like that to convince him to be monogamous, right?
Right. I would tell her
what would you?
that she thought he was going to be monogamous.
Any of it?
No, she
either thought he was going to be monogamous or
no, never in the whole world of life. If a man with money could make an airplane in the shape of a penis and fuck clouds, he would do that. When you have access to your greatest fantasies, you will do it because you can. You can afford it.
Bang.
It's true. A man who has the money, he'll make an airplane in the shape of a penis and fuck clouds because he can. He could fuck whatever he wants. He could pay for it. He could pay to cover it up. No one's going to, he has access and no one's going to tell him, oh, babe, I want you to be monogamous. No, he's going to be like, what do you need to be able to survive when I go out of town? And if she's like, if she's not reasonable, then he knows she's never going to be able to handle it. She's not going to be able to handle it. And sometimes, a lot of some couples grow together. They grow into wealth. You know what I mean? And the guy's appetite changes, and the wife's appetite changes too. You know what I mean? Right. She's with the cabana boy. You know what I mean? While he's in London on business. You know what I mean? It works for both of them. And then in life, he's alpha, she's his submissive, as husband and wife. But then in their love life, she's a dom to a little cabana boy. And then he might be the submissive to a beautiful woman who he likes her to take over and get aggressive when she is with him. And he, and that's not who he's with all the time. What happened?
Given the reality of the contract, right? I know it had to be stipulated. And a lot of these men and women, they want the contract to reflect the relationship, so they're not liable, right? How often does it switch? The role switch.
It has to be in the contract. You see, I don't like switching roles. So you put that in the contract. And then you put like I might, for example, let's say my master, he'll just say in the contract, I'm just going to put switch roles for submissive fantasies, and then if I have a fantasy, that I want to dominate him some way, what writing him from the top, I don't know, sitting on my master's face, even though I probably do those things already, but doing it my way where I'm grabbing him and grabbing his neck, and I get to be that way and just grabbing his nuts like that, where otherwise, whenever I want access to my best friend, I have to ask him, sir, may I please play with my best friend? And then he whips his penis out and he says, okay. And I'm there playing with my best friend.
I like how that went down.
Yeah.
It's the language. I'm just picking the language. I'm liking the words.
The training. So when you're at dinner with your master and your master's like, so you think you want to play with your best friend tonight? And you're sitting in dinner or at a dinner party, you know what I mean? And you're just getting that programming lit up, and you know that when you get home, you're going to, it's going to be a fun night.
Listen, this is amazing because I'm not in it. I swear I've done 90+% of what you've been saying last 2 episodes. And on CJ's channel and on podcast. I've done, I don't know what it is. I've done most of this, coded languages and shit. Fuck me if I know. This is awesome.
Yeah. So there's that. So if it's a fantasy and he wants to leave room for that for my growth, because with me, my master could also knows that I have a dominant side. You know what I mean? So he's gonna leave room for that side to come out and play a little bit. You know, and it's fun when I'm dom. When you let me dom, it's a lot of fun because I'm really freaking good at that. Like I show up, the whole outfit, like I freaking throw you all the way in. You're like, oh my God, do whatever you want with me. My freaking boobs, the makeup, the hair, the heels, the leather, the thigh highs, everything. It's not this. It's not pink and white. It's another woman that shows up. And, you know, and it's like, you know, he's like, what, baby? This is what you're going to do? Okay. And then I get to have my fun. I get to say to him, come over here, be at my feet now, kiss my boots, you know, and then he's there doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, I have the best master ever. He's letting me play this out to get it out of my system because he identifies that, you know, I've been a little bit, you know, maybe reckless in my behavior, or he's had to put me in punishment a lot. And he has to understand, why is she doing this? And if it's because he could tell that I need to, you know, get a little release, he's going to let me play it out. You know, he's going to let me play it out. And he's like, yes, mistress. What else do you want me to do for you, mistress? You know, and I'm like, get me my glass of wine and my pretzels. You know what I mean? Like,
I like how you're always ready to role play. KDH says, could a contract be modified during the term of the contract?
Absolutely.
I guess you mean,
absolutely. You could ask, you can ask for modifications anytime throughout the relationship. You just tell your master that you want to bring some change to the contract. You want to add something, and then he'll tell you what he needs you to do. Sometimes he'll want you to write it or type it up and present it to him so he could read it, and then you can talk about it. So yeah, absolutely. That's very important. If there's a term in the contract that you no longer are comfortable with, you have to voice that immediately. And your master is going to make time. He's not going to take that. He's going to take that very serious. Because he wants to make sure you're okay. And he wants to, and if it's something like you have a hard limit in your contract and you were able to power through a hard limit because he helped you and you want to remove it from the contract, you know, it could be something beautiful like that. Or it could be something that you just notice that you want to include in there that would be beneficial to you, you know. Maybe you want to lose weight and he doesn't control your weight, but you want him to start to control what you eat. So you put that in the contract. You have an addendum. So you add another addendum. You know, you have addendum 1, addendum 2, addendum 3. So you add addendum 4 to the original contract. The original contract doesn't change. You just add addendums to, you know, manifest the new word. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also like basic contract. I'm thinking about kind of going over like that, you know, basic contract in the United States, I should say, laws and stuff like that. It's just basic stuff. You can always draft up something to amend and everything. So, but I understand why he would ask, because if you're in the middle of doing something and you kind of got your groove, you know, things change. She may dominate you. You may, you know, she may want to. Yeah,
like
so let me ask. Actually,
if you want to do a period of time where she's the dom, you just say, I want you to be the dom from November to January. And if that's what he needs from me, then I do that. But there's parameters. It's not like I'm able to piss on him or make him lick my dirty feet. I can't do that level of dominance. But I'll have a certain level of privilege and access to his power to do some things differently for a period of time. And if in that time he's like, no, we're going back to things, and then we just go back to things. You know?
Now, let me ask you this. When if you have 3 people, is all 3 people in one contract, or is it one between each? One contract between each.
Yeah, one contract between each. Yeah, like then he would have a contract with that sub, and in that contract, my master will represent my perspective as well. I don't need my own contract.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't need my own contract. In the components and fundamentals of BDSM, a submissive is almost like seen and not heard.
Perfect.
So in the contract that my master has with this new sub, my perspective is included in that contract.
Okay, so would it be, if it's one master, one male, 2 females, it'll be 2 contracts, just can join or whatever. And then that same concept of that hard limits would be involved in that contract.
Yeah.
And all the things.
Every submissive is different. So, so I will have hard limits. Let's say that he has in the contract because I don't want him to do these things, whatever. I don't want, I don't want her to sleep in the bed with him without me. That might be a stipulation, So that'll be a hard limit for me. So he will include that in the contract he presents to her, and as a hard limit. So if she says, "But I want to sleep in the bed with you, master," he's gonna say, "Nope, no, you can." If she says no, no, then no, I agree to that. He's not going to say, "Well, then, Lexie, you have to accept it." No way. I'll ask to be released. I'll ask to be released. That's gonna be destructive. So if it's a hard limit for her, he may have to give her more time to see if she needs more time to think about it. Because she's like, I want to sleep with my master in the bed. I want to cuddle with him, and I'm like, no, you're not gonna do that. I'm not there saying that, but he's like, that's not an option, because when she comes into our home, she cannot cause any disruption, and I'm her dom. I'm her dominant. Yeah. So if she's not going to respect what my master represents on paper, then I'm not going to bring her home. That's going to be a problem.
Well, I had alluded to that a little earlier. I was, I didn't know if that was a separate thing, but do you want to talk about that relationship of dominant and submissive amongst women?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Even if you just stay to the concept. I mean, to that to your community.
Well, a lot of that happens. Like women fight, you know what I mean? Women fight. That's what women do. Women size each other up, and a lot of times some women don't know where they fall in the hierarchy of the female. They want to act like they're all the same, and that's hilarious. That's why I don't really keep ugly or fat friends around. I don't have time to deal with those type of girls.
Bang, 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 bang,
bang. That's a problem. Those type of girls are a liability because they're always comparing themselves to you and other people. But when you have another beautiful female in the room, you're not comparing because you're beautiful too. Like you're not even thinking about that. So you as a submissive, you meet another submissive, and you're like able to vibe out. You know what I mean? Like, and let's say like I'm older or I have more experience. She's going to be a little bit submissive to me. She's not going to be kissing my feet or kissing my ass, but she's just going to be like submissive to me. She's just going to, see me as somebody who could lead her, could show her something. She might. So then for me, when I see a woman who I like, when I see a woman walk into the room and the way that she walks, man, that to me, I'm like, every man in the room would be like, damn, yo, she's freaking beautiful. Look at the way she moves. That to me, a lot of those type of women are like maybe older women, that they just they have that energy. So I know naturally, I could feel it in my soul that I'm submissive to her. I don't, and I want to get close to her. I want to ask her questions. I want to know, like, I want to feel her essence for a minute. So I want to get close to her, and just see how she thinks, see how she moves, see who owns her, because she's clearly, what is in BDSM, every master wants his submissive to be his masterpiece. She's his muse, The submissive to a master is a muse, like, to have the woman of your fantasies and desires walking around your house, dress how you want, doing whatever you want. She's your muse. It's a beautiful thing. So amongst women sometimes, that's why I don't like women in leadership roles, because they just mess things up. They're very, they look at things and get emotional, especially if they don't measure up to a hot chick. I don't know what that's about.
That's just JLE being funny.
Okay.
She changed it from dominant to submissive to Dominoes and Subway.
Yeah. Jelly, you're so funny and creative. Oh my God.
Brittany B said Lexie could leave
Uh-oh.
me.
You're so sweet, Brittany. Thank you.
Hey,
I appreciate that. But yeah, so sometimes, like in business, if a woman is the CEO, she'll be hating on the other girls. She won't give girls opportunities. She'll pick on a cute guy and give him the opportunity. Yeah. She exercises her power in a reckless manner.
They be doing that at McDonald's all the time. That's why they don't never got your fucking food now.
I mean, you see these type of women in positions of power, and they are reckless with their power. So I don't like those type of females. I don't like sadistic doms because it's just not for me. I find it fascinating when you can trample on somebody. I've definitely done extreme things as dominating a man, but he wasn't my master. He was my slave, complete slave, not even a submissive.
You had a slave in your life. Yeah. So that's the topic of the show.
When I say I want a butler, what I mean is to say I want a slave.
So a male slave is called a butler.
No, when I start interviewing male slave submissives in the lifestyle, the role that they will play for me is be my butler. So he is not going to be like the domestic servant wife. He's going to be still a male energy butler for me to unload stuff from my car, to make me my martini, to, do the stuff that I need around the house 3 times a week. And then he'll, and I always usually choose them from the BDSM lifestyle. So I will, also train him lightly on some of my pleasures, maybe massaging my feet, making some of my meals. But he will also do my laundry and clean my house. And then he does all the things I asked for, and then he leaves for the day, and he comes back the next time I need him.
Like a job. So do you have him wear the what should you say? The panties and choker and all of that stuff you said?
Usually I'll have him wear if I'm entertaining people, he wears a white tuxedo, kind of like Tattoo from Fantasy Island. He's just wearing like a white tuxedo type of thing. If I have him around other people, like if you come to my house and I'm having cocktails with friends, I'll have him dressed and serve everybody and walk around and take care of people. Like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince, like that. Yeah, and then
bang,
and then
bang, bang, bang.
And then in regular life, when he's just here and I'm here, I will have him. Most of the time, I'll have them be naked, completely naked with a choker, because then they're vulnerable. And they can't try anything with me. Okay. So, sometimes I'll tell them put your
with a leash.
I don't generally have a leash on them. I just I just get them into the headspace. You're here to serve me, domestic servant and a butler. And I just when a female has a slave around her, usually you have them nude. That's just kind of the way the lifestyle is. You have your slave walking around nude, yeah, and he's just an object. You don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it at all.
She said, Lexie, put the website in the back chat. No problem.
And then
she wants a slave, I think.
Yeah. It's a great thing to have a slave. I can't wait to have mine. But I'm trying to find my slave first. So then when I meet my master, I can say I already have a butler. And he's going to know what that means. He's going to be, wow, you're a spoiled little subby. You got your own butler now. Can't wait.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, so my master will want to meet, if I have a butler, he's going to want to meet my butler. And he's going to say, okay, we can handle the butler. The butler but the butler and I probably won't be spending that much time anymore because I'll be with my master. But if my master says, I want your butler to come over and cook for us and, make us drink. But my master probably won't have him be naked. He'll probably have him, wear the tuxedo outfit. And then he becomes my master submissive automatically, like pretty much.
What website you mentioned? Clothes?
To where?
You mentioned the website for clothes. You mentioned a website for clothes.
The website for clothes is I forgot it. Let me see if I could find it. Hold on. Let me look at some pictures over here. But
You
yes.
never know her. You never know her. She be joking too.
No, she's been asking me, and I sent it to her one time in the chat or something like that. But I'll get it. I'll get her the information because I just forgot the name. But there's another one that sells super cute stuff. Really.
Oh yeah, I think you were talking about that.
Price point.
This is some interesting information.
Is it really? Are you?
Yeah, because shit. So you have a master that she said, "Oh my god." She said, "I'm not joking this time. I need it for my project." Awesome.
Oh, shoot.
I sent it. You can put it in the private chat. She gonna come up behind.
All right. Let's see. Damn.
Rudy B said, Jay Capman, you know what website she want. I know she website she really want. She wants some slaves like everybody else. I'll take some slaves.
Yeah, a lot of slaves are. If you're into the lifestyle, it's the most convenient thing because you don't even have to pay them. They're just happy to be in your presence. You're like a goddess to them. In their whole life, they would never be around a woman like me. And they're here for like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours taking care of me. They're just like in awe that they're in my presence. So they have a lot of goddess fetishes, very strong fetishes. And
so I mean, I haven't heard you mention sex not one time. So it's just like,
yeah, slaves don't get sex. Are you kidding me? That's disgusting.
Amen.
That's the most disgusting thing you could ever do with a slave is actually have sex with your slave.
Amen.
That's gross. Doll skill. Okay, let me put it over here. Let's see. I'm gonna put it in the back chat. Where is this?
JLE, you got it. I sent it to you. You got it.
Doll skill. I think this is it.
Brittany said, I'm in the chat while my line down.
She's in the chat. What? Her line is down, like she's at work. She's at work.
Oh yeah, work at the They said she builds trucks with her bare hands.
That's so wild. That's cool.
I was told that she built it with her bare hands, so I'm just go with that. I haven't heard her say what she did, so that's what I was told.
She works for GMC. She builds cars. She builds.
She built GMC today.
She builds like a certain part of the car. I think with the chairs, like with the seats. Sorry.
Mandrell says. Then what's the point of being a slave if there's no sex?
Well, but that's the slave is a slave. A slave is not a submissive. A slave is a slave. Like, why? Who would sleep with a slave? The slave, like people, a slave is cleaning your house, sweeping, mopping. They don't get that privilege. Are you kidding me? Amen. They better not even get a hard on around me. Oh my God! If I see my slave with a little chubby, I'm turning into something else, dude. I'm whipping your ass. I'm getting the belt, and you're gonna get it. You better calm yourself down, little, with your little fat clit that you got in your silk panties, little slave. Yeah, they don't get that. That's not even a part of it. They grovel on the floor. They walk on their elbows. They move around the floor on their elbows. They don't walk around me like normal. They don't look me in the eye, and they're at my feet. They're at my feet. And they have to ask permission to speak to me. And they have to ask for You know, sometimes I'll be, okay, my slave, I'll be slave. You could be at ease because I could tell he wants to tell me something and he's nervous because, you know, when they get in front of a beautiful woman, these guys are like really like guys that people don't even see in life, that they just want to be used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just want to be used.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, they just want to be used, and they don't have any experience with being around a beautiful woman. And when they show up to be my slave, I'm in my dom gear. I'm scaring the shit out of them. I'm walking around my house with my whip, like, let me see, did you clean? Why is the sink still wet? Why is my sink not shining? Rub it with olive oil. I taught you how I like my sink clean. I like it scrubbed, rinsed, dried, and then you put a layer of olive oil on there so I can see it shining. You forgot the olive oil, right? That's a demerit. And then I deal with them. I like the belt. I got hit with the belt a lot when I was a kid. So I get to have a cathartic experience and use the belt on them.
So I think I'm trying to rationalize it in my brain. My brain really is incredible.
The only one that
processing shit out that wears me out.
The one that I have sex with is my master. The one that I have sex with is my master.
Okay.
And I'm not
so I think what's in it for what's in it for a so-called slave is that, like you said, he's usually not around attractive women, you know, at that level. So I guess just being around you give him some material for when he beats his dick. I have no idea.
Look, a lot of these guys like to bring a lot of those type of guys, and I don't want to get like too gross. I don't want to gross out people, you know. A lot of these guys are like guys who will drink the woman's urine. They want to be a toilet for her because they feel that what she pees is excellence. So, you know, and you can take that wherever you want, but they are called slaves because they are also toilet slaves. So they're a whole slave. You know, you would never want.
What's going on? I heard what you said. I
didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on. I get that. I don't know why you're not listening to me.
No hair.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity. Mm-hmm. You hear what you're saying out loud, brother?
So a slave doesn't even sleep in the house. You know, I don't even have to feed him. I don't even feed him. I don't care. He doesn't eat in my house. He just gets a bottle of water. He's not eating.
KDA says they owned by the master. The sub is owned by the dom. The slave can't have the same stuff the master gets. Facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Well. And then Zone says a slave is retarded. Oh, we know we can say that.
It's hi.
We got Savannah. What's up?
Hi, beautiful.
Got pink on.
Oh my God, you look like a young Diana Ross. I love it.
You making me miss my I miss my hair now. You got the yeah, beautiful.
It's too late for that.
Listen, hey, y'all type of one if this is the sexiest live you've seen in a long time.
Put yourself in the middle, world class.
Okay. All right. Kind of makes sense. I ain't gonna say that a lot to you.
Hi, beautiful. All right. Look at this. Okay. This is a Christmas card. This is a family fun postcard. How are you guys doing? Because we're doing pretty well over here.
I'm doing awesome. I'm happy. I'm the happiest nigga on YouTube right now. I ain't gonna say a lot to you.
Yeah.
What is everybody's? Look at her. Put yourself.
Yeah. You stuck in the middle.
Why is everybody thinking the same thing?
You got the boobs lined up. The boobs lined up with your whole face, hers and mine. You got titties.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, this is probably the sexiest live I've seen in a long time. We look good.
I agree.
I finally don't look like I collect cans by the road no more. I look like I can actually get a job somewhere. Say it again.
I said I did like that look though. You look good both ways.
Before?
Yeah.
You look good both ways. Yeah.
Are you chopping? Is that her or me? Chopping up.
Am I shopping?
Well, I hear her like in an echoey
I don't know.
room. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you in the echo. Okay. You look
Okay.
awesome. I ain't gonna say that. You look amazing. Both of y'all look incredible. I'm just
Thank
sitting here
you.
working right now. I'm sitting there looking
Yeah,
like, yeah, that was a good decision to be in the middle.
yes.
Y'all look
Yeah,
amazing.
this is what beautiful women in life. This is what we look like.
I'm messing up. I don't got no cleavage.
You're funny. You're silly. You're looking freaking. It's. We can't even handle it. I can't handle it. I'm like, what? This is. Woof.
Hi, Katie.
I know, Savannah. You look so gorgeous. Your skin looks
Credit.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes,
This has been an
amazing.
interesting conversation.
Thank you.
So yeah, because Amandro's attacking me about putting the link down, but I didn't want him to I didn't want to drop the link until you came here. You asked, some questions, got your words in, because it's definitely definitely a part of the process. So what do you what did you hear?
The last thing I heard was her talking about her butler, her slave. That was pretty interesting. I don't have any questions.
Yeah.
But I was listening. I don't really have any questions. I'm just here to listen, like everybody else.
Yeah, like a butler. You could have a butler, Savannah. You're beautiful enough that you could find one that would be like so grateful to be in your presence. Because these guys, they're super dorks. They might even be virgins. They might even still be virgins. They're awkward, and when you go to BDSM parties, you see those type of guys and they're being treated in a certain way and they're just happy to be there. They're just happy to be there. Thank you guys. Thank you for supporting. They're just happy to be there. They're like, damn, these women are beautiful. I'll do whatever they want me to do. They'll lick your feet when they're dirty, gladly clean your feet. And you're like, clean my feet. And they clean your whole foot with their tongue.
Then you're gonna walk around with breath feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. But that's weird. Telly said, Savannah, you make me want to keep growing my hair, but I'm tired. But it's time to get rid of this again.
I feel you, girl.
But yeah, so these guys are not even guys that typically a man like you would associate with world class. You would have no use. You would have no use for
because listen, a part of me, like, I'll be looking like a caveman most of the time. I like looking dusty because I'll start to break down after like the 20-second pretty chick. I start to like break down, and what happens is I do this, and then I start looking great. And then what pisses me off the most is that it's always a guy that wants to be in my face. And I'm like, you weren't in my face when I didn't have my hair cut. So it's like, you in my face because you think I'm cute as a guy. And that's going to make me hit you. I can't deal with that part of life. I'm going to want to fight you real bad. And it's the part that wear me out. And I don't want to be a part of it. It's weird. These niggas really be in competition to see what type of chicks you get, like the shit you say and all that shit. And I'll smack the shit out you. I can't. Right. It weirds me out.
Right. Yeah. You.
He said, yeah, how do you not have questions?
Is
Savannah's actually like a.
Come on. Does Mandra want to come up? Did Mandra want to join?
You can come up.
Because I think
I'm about to drop the link. Yeah, he got questions.
I know he does.
She said, "Pick my card over there." What's up, Wiley? What's going on with you, Savannah? Let me know if you have, like, if that's all you gonna do. That's all you had on.
JLE, if you do have a slave, some dominas will have their slave give them their check, and then you put them on an allowance. So these guys.
I'm rude. I'm rude because they want to listen. I'm a very honest and direct person. I can notice when you in my face as a guy and it's niggas that think other niggas is cute. Let's just go ahead and say that right now, right? I don't want you in my face because you think I'm cute. Because I'm gonna punch you. It's like, go ahead, let's deal with the chicks and you go over there because I'm gonna hit you. I can't deal with like, because it's not just that you got like whatever you got going on. It's like I don't like indirect males. Just be direct and we can move on from there.
All right. I'm sorry, I got lost in a train of thought of just all that goodness I just heard. Washed.
They would be fools to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class